What's going on, everybody? You're watching episode 8 of Podcast with Frank. This week we're going to be reviewing Game of Thrones premiere episode number 1 for season 8, along with a Star Wars trailer review, another Star Wars trailer review, and a superhero baseball draft coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 8 of Podcast with Frank. I am joined, as always, with my co-host, Ganz, and I'm also joined by my cameraman, Joe Critelli, and I'm also joined by Nick Chorman as well, our official fact checker.
Fact check!
We haven't had a fact checker in like the past 2 weeks, so it's nice to have you, Nick.
You get a water boy too.
We're happy for
need
you.
some water.
Joe, you were late, so you're gonna be the water boy.
I'm a cameraman too. Well, I already can't.
That's debatable. We'll see how that goes.
As always, we'll start off with the news roundup, then our trailer reviews, and then we'll get on to our main topics. So the first thing for the news roundup, because of the success of Shazam critically and audience and box office,
Shazam!
A sequel is already in the works. I'm
take
excited
long.
for it. It didn't take long, and DC was known for being a very reactionary studio when it came to their movies, and they reacted fast with this one. So I'm happy about that. Another sequel is in the works, but I don't know how many people are really going to be looking forward to it. We talked about it a little bit before, but Tomb Raider is getting a sequel. I just read that on Rotten Tomatoes or something. Like last year. Yep.
Wow.
So a sequel to that is coming out. Do we have any thoughts for either of these sequels being made?
I mean, I personally I'm a big fan of the Tomb Raider games. I kind of like the movies with Angelina Jolie in it. You know, she's just beautiful and she does it great. And
smart
I
and
was
funny.
she's smart and funny and perfect. I can go on for hours. Like Angelina Jolie.
Good.
But
DC.
But the point is
DC Brizz.
I don't know. I wanted to really like this movie and No, I didn't see the whole goddamn thing. I couldn't. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I just more or less I didn't know if the actress was the right woman for the job.
New one.
The new actress. Does anyone have a name?
Fact check.
I mean, yeah, I don't know her name either, but
She looked young for the role.
Yeah,
She looked really,
did.
which is I guess the concept, but I don't know. She looked out of place a little bit. I think at the end of the day, the best way to describe this movie, it's the perfect movie to just have on the TV.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just, it's there. You're going to watch it. If you're just flipping through channels, there's nothing on, what are you going to watch? That.
Yeah.
So I think that's the best thing about it. Shazam, I didn't see it yet. And I've heard it's pretty good. I've heard it's in the 70s, 80s. I heard it's a good movie, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just you live in the moment, you know what I'm saying? Live a little bit, before you're oh, we're making the second one.
Yeah.
They basically did the same thing with Aquaman too, right? Isn't there another?
Yeah, they decided, yeah.
But come on, we know they're gonna make no shit. When they made the first Thor, we were they're never gonna make a Thor again.
Yeah, right.
When they made the first Spider-Man, we were oh, that's the end of that guy. We're never gonna see him again.
Mm-hmm.
We know it's gonna come out, but it's okay, maybe wait a month. Don't go, oh, Shazam did really well this weekend. New movie.
Yeah.
You waited till Monday. Movie came out on Thursday.
That's true.
I just think it's DC is just trying to catch any ground. They have no traction. They're trying to run uphill without spikes in a landslide. They are just.
That's pretty well said.
Yeah, they're doomed.
I mean,
What was her name, by the way? Sorry, he fact checked it, and I know.
Yeah, it's Alicia Vikander.
Great, I really am super.
Swedish actress. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. She wasn't my first. She didn't come to mind. I didn't know who she was, obviously. But she doesn't look like the Tomb Raider.
No, I think she does. I think she just looks young for the role, in my opinion.
Maybe her.
Tomb Raider's brown hair, athletic-looking female, younger role, but she, in my opinion, just looked really young for the role. Which is, if they were going for that, they did a good job with it. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's a series. It's just money. That's all it is. It's just
Exactly.
people to go either watch it in the theaters because they have nothing to do, or again, it's going to go right to the houses and it's going to be a theater, like a home view.
That's what I was going to say too. Like movies like Tomb Raider and Shazam, they try to build them to make a franchise out of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not that surprising that they already confirmed the sequel, but at the same time, maybe wait a little bit. Or it was a smart move to start now and maybe have a release date 2 years from now to make it better than the first, possibly, stuff like that.
Maybe at the end of is it like wild for at the end of the movie to drop like a boom, like at the end literally drop like a poster for Shazam 2? Like not a poster, but like boom, like Shazam 2 coming soon. Like if you did that after a post-credit scene, it's like you basically did it by waiting 3 days, you know? It's like why not just do it after the post-credit scene and be like, oh yeah, the second one's going to come out in a little bit.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Or like what Marvel does, like Shazam will return in, something like that. You want to know what I really liked? That they revealed the sequel at the end of the first movie. It said It, and then it revealed Chapter 1, and everyone was like, oh, so
But
people knew it was coming.
But like that's cooler than going, and it's like it's not a post credit scene. It's not a whatever. It's it's a like here this was just the first one, but you didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually gonna really quickly bring up something too. Just looking at the poster.
Yeah.
New footage of Pokemon movie. Did you guys check it out by any chance?
You messaged me about it. I did not get the chance to watch.
You guys got to check it out. It's cool because they're finally getting involved with a couple more Pokemon. They're explaining a little bit of their backstories. They previewed a couple of them. I think they look really cool. And like I watched this one, and I think it got me more excited because I saw so many Pokemon that I knew, and then a couple I didn't. But like I saw them in this new is it live action?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I saw the live action Pokemon and I thought they looked sick, and it was cool to like see them, their type. Yeah. And it was like kind of like a demo of like what each one was, and I was like, yo, this is gonna be sick. So definitely would recommend checking it out.
Was the commercials like Pokédex like form? Like,
no,
that would
I think
be cool if like for character bios.
It was kind of like an interview process almost. Like they were on like a screen. It almost looked like they were like camera testing for like a scene.
Oh, okay.
And it was cool because like you can if you look it up, it's really cool. They're just like all standing there and they're all like doing different poses, and then at the bottom it says like their name or whatever.
Okay,
Pokemon
that's
there.
cool.
Yeah, but I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be done. If it's done well, it's gonna be really good. I think so. We'll see though. But
real quick, what if they added the Pokérap from like the original show? Post-credit scene.
That'd be a great Easter egg if like in the background they went into a convenience store and that was playing. Like in my opinion, that would be a dope Easter egg because like you don't want to put that in the movie because then you're like, oh, is it corny? Is it a reach? If you just have it playing in like a 7-Eleven when they go, I think that would be great. That'd be genius, like, or even like a kid's watching like the original Pokemon on like a little like VCR like thing in like a movie or in a convenience store or something. Mm-hmm. He's just like sitting by it, just like kicking his feet back, like watching it, just like watching like Pokemon 2000 where Ash didn't die.
That would be crazy if they show the movie like in the movie.
In the movie, that's what I'm saying. Like the first Pokemon movie in the movie, because like it's cool. It's canon, but like we don't know if Ash is canon.
Yeah, we
know Pikachu is, but now Detective Pikachu, like
it's not that.
It doesn't feel right. They can't watch Pokemon in the Pokemon universe.
See.
I'm sorry.
I
don't know why.
I hope we can go back to. I hope we can go back to this and I can be like I was right, but we'll see.
All right, so we are now going to get into our trailer reviews like we do every week. We got 3 trailers that we're going to review. The first one being The Addams Family. It's an animated picture that's coming out. I was not a big fan of it. I thought the jokes were mad cheesy and corny. I don't know. Just didn't look good. The animation didn't look that good to me.
I don't get why they just didn't make like a live action.
So I think they should have made live action.
I agree, but I think what they're doing with this, and you guys can disagree or you can let me know if you feel so. Like I was raised on that stuff. I mean, we were 90s kids, but like my parents were very old school. Like they showed me all those cartoons and I loved them. Like I love old cartoons and old TV shows and old movies. Like I'm a nerd for that stuff. I love the old Addams Families. I thought they were so good. But with this, I think they're just trying to play to that demographic. They're trying to play to this young demographic now, where it's very similar to Hotel Transylvania.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen any of them.
I like.
I haven't, but I heard they're great. Like I heard,
think I only saw the first one, but
yeah, but like they're making a third one, you know. So like clearly there's something going on where they're making money.
Yeah.
So I think at this point it's just the Addams family is doing the exact same thing. They want to play on this young demographic that likes that kind of stuff, and it's like, oh well, if you have a parent that's in like the 50-year-old range or even in their 40s, they're gonna be like, excuse me, they're gonna like, oh, I know what the Addams family is. Like, let's go check it out. It might be funny. Yeah. And then you have a lot of notable voice actors in it. You know, can you get the cast for me? I know Oscar Isaac is one of them.
Yeah, I forgot.
Are we Oscar Isaac fans here, by the way?
Yes.
I'm an Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
Maybe not as Apocalypse, but whatever. He
That
does
wasn't
a good.
even his
he
fault.
does a good. Yeah, it's not his
Yeah.
fault. He does a good Poe, but the problem is, it's just like the story's written to shit. Like he's one of the better parts of Episode 8. You know, like trying to rebel against him, but like then it's not his fault that the movie.
He was one of my favorite characters in Episode 7.
Yeah, he was great in Episode 7.
So,
I liked
Charlize Theron, Oscar Isaac.
There you go.
Chloe Grace Moretz, Nick Kroll.
Nick Kroll.
Great, big fan of him.
Love Nick Kroll. Elsie Fisher.
Yeah,
There you go.
Real quick, what studio is like making this movie?
I don't know.
Like,
I want to say Illumination, but I could be wrong.
Did you say Lumineers?
No, Illumination. They did the Despicable Me.
right, okay.
Wait, what?
What?
I thought the animation style seemed like, you know.
Yeah, well-
Production.
Production.
I think production is based off director. The distributor is like Paramount or Disney. Or,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Distributor is United Artists Releasing.
Oh, maybe I was wrong because that does not sound familiar at all.
UAR.
Yeah, I'm unsure. But anyway, I could go off what you were saying. I did not like the animation for it. Like it just looked cheesy and almost like cheap, kinda. Yeah, I don't know.
You were raising your hand before.
Well, I didn't say I didn't like the animation.
Okay.
You know.
Well, I did.
thought that.
You know, like it's nice that they're trying to like introduce like the new generation to like the Addams family. Like this is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a classic, you know.
Yeah, but if they did that to the Munsters, I'd be pissed. I like the Munsters. I actually low-key really like the Munsters.
I don't think I've ever seen
Oh,
that.
the Munsters is dope.
Oh my god.
Yo, if they introduce the Munsters into that, Munsters is basically just like Frankenstein and all those characters living in like a household.
Okay.
You
Like-
know, but like the animated like the art style they decided to go with, like I feel like it can, you know, it'll be more in touch with like, you know, the younger kids of this generation.
For sure. And
Like
you're right. That's what it's mainly for anyway. So
parents are gonna love it, dude. They're gonna be able to take their kids to it, and
That's
the
the
kids
thing.
will understand what's going on. The kids will pay attention to
Well,
it.
we don't need to waste our time on Addams Family.
Yeah.
I love it, but
We might
know.
though.
no,
might.
we're not going to.
Oh,
We'll do our over-unders after
Okay.
the break.
So next trailer we're gonna review. I believe this was released this morning, or yesterday. It's Star Wars: The Clone Wars Season 6. The trailer has been released. A full trailer for
Seven.
Season 7.
Yeah,
7.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, guys.
It's okay. We're
Season-
Star Wars nerds. It's
Season 7.
acceptable.
I knew it was gonna be
It's
over.
okay. I mean, we won't knock you for it, but
You didn't watch it?
what the?
I didn't see it either. I didn't even know.
I didn't see that trailer. I kind of messed up.
I
love Star Wars.
I don't know if I told you to watch that one.
How do you not know about this though?
He sent me like a.
Don't look at Frankie. He's not a Star Wars fan. He doesn't have to let you know about this.
No,
You
I-
should know about this.
Yeah,
You know,
Did you watch the Mandalorian trailer?
I didn't watch the trailer.
Chorman, sit in his seat.
There was a Mandalorian trailer?
No, I'm kidding. Don't walk away.
Like,
Yes.
Oh, I would have put
It
that on
wasn't.
the list too.
It wasn't an actual trailer. It was more or less teaser. But Jon Favreau talks in it and basically gives like.
Oh, okay.
But it basically gives like background.
It's
Maybe
like a
I
production
did see something.
teaser.
Yeah,
kinda
but
thing.
like it shows like what you're gonna see and stuff, and like I don't know. Look, Star Wars weekend, Star Wars Celebration is awesome. I think it's kind of like cool. I don't know if you guys saw the Jedi, the Fallen Jedi. Did you see the trailer for that?
Fallen Order, yes. I
Yeah,
did.
so that's a video game that looks awesome in my opinion, and it's the same people that make Apex.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Titanfall.
Yes, and Titanfall.
Respawn's
So
a great studio.
I'm excited for that though because like look, I don't really play those games. I'm not gonna sit here and try to be like the video game guy. I can't. But what I'm gonna say is like I'm hoping where Battlefront fell this game can succeed at. Because it's a storyline based with, I'm hoping, some online concepts to it. But I really just think at the end of the day, this is what I talked about. This is a chapter that we want to see. You know, as Star Wars fans, we heard it was coming, but we weren't sure if it was going, what it was going to exactly do. So now that we can sit here and be like, oh, it's going to be about a guy that survived the, Order 66. And, I think it's finally, I'm like, oh, God, they're starting to get their footing again. And that's what worries me. Because, if they break my heart with 9, which, who knows if they will, it's just where do we go from there, After that, it's Mandalorians is premiering in November. Mandalorians premieres before 9 does.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean,
well, what do we think about the Clone Wars trailer?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was sick. I mean,
I thought it looked cool. I never watched the show, so I was a bit confused. But it seems the girl, Anakin's Padawan,
Ahsoka,
that she leaves, I guess, at the end of that last season.
Back.
And she's back. That's right.
I'm not going to lie. My head's a little jumbled up because the last thing I watched was Rebels. And in Rebels, she's not a Jedi. She's left the Order. She's like a what? The term gray is not canon anymore, but a gray Jedi is someone that bounces back from the light and the dark side. They kind of use both to feed off each other. But I think that's what she is in Rebels. And I'm a little confused because I was like, oh, I thought she was still gone. Maybe she's not. And I've watched a lot of footage from this season on, like I told you, they have it on YouTube as the original cuts. A lot of it is up on YouTube that's accessible, so you can watch a lot of it. So I watched a little bit of it. I've probably watched, I guess you could say, maybe 5 or 6 episodes of this new season that's coming out. They're just not finished. So to me, I thought it was really cool because now I'm finally seeing it all cut together. It's all there in the meat. It's not just the bare bones.
Yeah.
But man, I like Clone Wars. I think when they canceled Clone Wars, it broke so many Star Wars fans' hearts because it was you took a good series that had traction and you were like, yeah, we're just done with it. We want to move on to the next chapter. And it was you guys didn't even finish. And then you went and you rushed into 2 movies and you made 2 pretty shitty Star Wars movies. Again, how I brought this up to my buddies the other day, how Episode 8 has the rating that it does on Rotten Tomato. It goes to show that Disney has a very high influence on who they're,
Yes.
They have bots reviewing that, in my opinion.
But what was the audience review? It was in the 50s, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
But, it's you look at that regular review, the audience review is usually close to it, if not a little bit off. But for you to see professional, people that are scoring this, and for them to give it an 80 whatever that they did...
Yeah.
No way. Chorman, can you look that up for me? What episode? Just look up all Star Wars movies Rotten Tomato scores. It's unreal. But how did you? I know you said you didn't like it, but did you like the animation in that?
Oh no,
how do you feel about
I liked it. I just didn't know what was going on.
Just a little bit lost.
And I do like the animation.
How about the end of the trailer? I know we're gonna get into a.
Oh, with Darth Maul.
No.
I know you didn't see it. That's why I'm saying it.
Palpatine?
Huh? No.
No, that's the other trailer.
God damn it, Jordan!
Wrong trailer.
My
See that
God!
one.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Why do we invite these guys?
Yeah, seeing him at the end was pretty cool.
I think him versus Ahsoka is going to be really good. I think that's going to be a really cool concept because they meet each other down the line in Rebels. Spoiler.
I did see that a couple of scenes with that.
Yeah, but you're not caught up, so you're...
I'm not.
Yeah, I don't have that much to say about the trailer.
I know you're not the biggest Star Wars guy, so
and you didn't see it.
No, but I feel like I'm just as excited as you are for this season.
Probably.
Realistically, I watched the whole Clone Wars series, and I love those animated fights. I watch them on YouTube sometimes.
Yeah, no, exactly.
They're great. So remember Sidious versus Maul and Savage Opress?
Do you remember the one? There was one. So it was really completely off topic. Real quick. There's one Jedi, General Kroll. Do you remember that episode?
Crazy guy.
He used to sacrifice clones. He didn't value the lives of clones because basically a clone was created to serve and die.
Right.
But the Jedi then evolved into being okay, well, these are our soldiers. We want them to respect us and we want them to live and we want them to blah blah blah. This guy Kroll would go into battle and just wanted to see how many he could get killed. He literally didn't care. He would just rush them at the front line, and then you end up finding out that he's a Sith basically. He turned to the dark side or whatever. And he starts just mauling down because he's got like 4 arms. He's like the guy from episode 2 that's the chef. Did you see episode 2?
Right. He's like that alien guy.
Do you remember when they're on an alien planet when they're talking about the bounty hunter's chip?
Oh wait, no, I didn't see episode 2. I saw 1 and 3.
Yes, Obi-Wan's friend. Right. That's the same. Krulla's the same civilization. It's this guy. It's not Grievous, but it's a fat guy with
the
4 arms, and they've got jet, and he's got 2 double-sided blades. So he's basically 2 versions of Darth Maul, and he just complete nerd off. But yeah, he just mauls down clones and like all these guys. It's wild.
Who was the other guy that you said?
Who?
With the 4 arms?
That's him.
No,
General Grievous.
Grievous, I thought
that's
was
from episode
cool.
3.
I liked Grievous.
They didn't do him that much justice though. Like there's a really cool Clone Wars story arc for him, but then in episode 3, it's like you just kind of see him and he's always running from the battle and then he dies.
Realistically,
yeah, right.
In my opinion, at least, I feel like Grievous wasn't done as well as they could have done him in the Clone Wars, like the series in general.
The first beginning, right?
No, he's in the whole. He's throughout the whole series, I would say.
Okay. The first ever theory I ever got involved in and invested in was that Grievous was Darth Maul. Because I read an article, I'll never forget this. I read an article after the movie came out when I was however old, and it was that Darth Maul died, Sidious went down, or Dooku went down, harvested his organs, and then put it in a droid. And I was so hyped because I was like, that would be such a cool story arc for like Grievous to meet Dooku, and then he could literally say like, I'm back and like this is me. But then I think they did an amazing job in the Clone Wars reintroducing Maul. So
right.
They did justice, but I was like very mad that I wasn't right.
Now that you said that, I really loved Maul in the Clone Wars.
So dope.
He really, like Darth Maul, like, oh my god.
Give me a Maul standalone movie. Thank you.
That'd be amazing.
And now to
our third and final trailer.
Huh?
Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. The trailer was released for Star Wars Celebration. Some people are happy with it. Some people aren't happy with it on the internet. And I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
I'll let you go, Joe, first, because I'm going to...
I mean, I have high hopes, I guess. Higher hopes than the last movie.
Literally.
You know, the trailer wasn't bad. They didn't show much, obviously.
On purpose, they didn't show much.
Wasn't much going on, you know. Ray looks like a classic Jedi. I think she'll be a good part in the movie. It's just more or less like I'm worried because the last movie it scared me, dude. I love Star Wars. It's kind of my life, bro. So, like...
Are you happy that JJ's back, though?
Oh, yeah, sure, dude. I mean, J.J. Abrams is great, dude, you know? He's a great director. Like, he's got to do this franchise good. He knows he has to. Like, Disney knows.
Yeah.
Like, JJ's back for a reason, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We'll see.
What would you say your favorite part of the trailer was?
The end.
Yeah, I was literally...
The only relevant
He already knew. We talked about
it. I mean, look, at the end of the day, the trailer did not really reveal much. The trailer more or less just showed snippets of what we're going to see. Characters back together. Characters are going to be battling. People are happy because they're finally seeing Kylo Ren in the First Order, like, attacking a group. I don't know if you remember that part. He, like, picks a guy up in midair with the butt of his saber with, like, one of the hilts.
Choreography was bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good. No, I mean, like, I was able to stab you with the side piece of my We get it. You have the ability to force push someone. Like, I would just be pushing people out of my way. I would not have to slice a single person. Personal opinion. But look, I mean, people are excited because they're finally seeing him do that, and then you're seeing him reconstruct his helmet, which I think, I'm not going to lie to you, I think when he puts that helmet with all the red things, I think it's going to be the corniest looking thing ever.
It looks like it's stitched up.
I think that thing is going to look so stupid.
You think so?
Oh my god, there's going to be so many sold. They're going to sell them all at Toys R Us, rest in peace.
Yeah.
But dude, I don't know. There was a lot of corny parts, there were a lot of cool parts. I think the only thing that gave me, I'm not even kidding, the only thing that gave me any promise was the end, because I'm not even lying to you. I watched it and I was like, okay, all right, cool. And that was like my response. And then when I saw them all on the cliff, I was like, all right, in all honesty, I thought they were going to be on Endor or they were going to be somewhere. And then you see that, And I'm not even going to lie to you. I watched the trailer almost like 4 times, and I wasn't really paying full attention. I didn't even recognize it was the Death Star. I had no clue. I thought it was just a... I wasn't paying enough attention, and literally I was just watching it, and I was like, oh. And then I heard Sidious, and I was like, oh. And then I watched it again, I was like, oh my God. Oh, okay.
I thought that was a cool part.
I mean, it's a really cool part. It's just now I'm sitting here, and not only am I pissed because I'm like, oh, well, they introduced Snoke to then bring Palpatine back.
Right.
But if Snoke was Palpatine the whole time...
Which I like. That is one of the theories I like, and then another theory that is in the comics and canon things, or not canon, I don't know, is that he made himself clones and droids. Palpatine made droids of himself and clones of himself, knowing that he would eventually die, and that when he died, he could then introduce it. And if you guys, you probably didn't play it, you played Battlefront, right?
Of course, I was playing it today.
Battlefront 2, the storyline has one of his droids involved in it. So, you know, I don't know what it'll be. I'm hoping, in all honesty, it's the real deal. Like, I'm hoping it's a Palpatine and not a clone. But I don't think I'll be bothered either way because I'm interested to see how they do the character. Okay. Like, how they bring him back in and they explain Snoke was a puppet. He was nothing but like a basic... Literally, I'm convinced that... I'm hoping that it's a ventriloquist doll. That Snoke was just that the whole time. But...
You know, like, this just came to me right now, like, you know, they did talk in the trailer about, like, you know, they kind of, like, hinted towards Force Ghosts and stuff will be making, like...
I hope that it's not a Force Ghost, though.
Yeah,
that's because there's supposed to be... I'm hearing that Hayden Christensen as Anakin is coming back. I'm hearing maybe they're going to bring these... So, look, if you want to bring Force Ghosts back, then bring a Force Ghost back. But don't make it like Anakin's there and so is Luke and then so is Yoda. And then also we have on the bad side 5 different... Like, we don't need a Lord of the Rings fan. Mm-hmm. Remember that the fight scene where the ghosts are there?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
we don't need that, you know? Yeah, and we don't need a whole giant battle royale of ghost Jedi. Like, I'm sorry, there's a cutoff point of when it gets cheesy. Give me one of those things as Sidious, and let's just end it at that.
So, 2 things. One, you said that Palpatine, he made clones of himself. Would it be possible that Snoke, or right? I'm saying that
was
right?
Was a bad clone or something?
Either that or he's like the original and he just grew really old.
Maybe. Yeah. That could be that could be a very good thing. My only problem with it is it's like there's no resemblance really. Like it's there, you're like, oh, he's an old guy, but there's nothing where you're like, oh, maybe he is.
Okay.
And he's in these old golden garments and all this stuff. I don't remember. Again, this is a deep cut. Episode 1. Do you remember the old senator, the old Palpatine, the first guy?
Chancellor Valorum?
Yes.
Yeah.
So originally there was a theory that said it was Chancellor Valorum, and the Chancellor Valorum was like wealthy enough, and that he was like a person that like went into hiding when Palpatine went and kicked him out, and that he was originally who Snoke was. And I was all in on that theory. I thought that was so cool. I was like, that could be a great way to introduce a character that had such a minor role that like no one even cared about, and then it's like boom, now he's in the episode 7, 8, and 9 where no one thought they'd ever see him again. But look, man, Lucas and Kathleen Kennedy and Abram, you know, they say they've got it. It's just
one other thing to think about when you said Force Ghost. Would it be too corny if, like, Rey talked to a different Force Ghost throughout the movie? Like, teaching a new lesson throughout it? You know what I mean? Like,
I think I'd be okay with a Force Ghost of, like, Luke. But, like, I liked Yoda's part in this. I think there were certain points where I was like, it's a little bit much. Like, I thought it was cool to finally have Yoda cracking some jokes and doing whatever. But it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Don't get to that point. Because, like, if you're going to make Luke a Force Ghost... Make him a Force Ghost, but like don't make him an excessive Force Ghost. Okay. Like Carrie Fisher died, and rest in peace. But like, she's still in the movie. They're using old footage. Like they had a perfectly good opportunity to get rid of her. And I hate to say it, but like that's one of the big flaws of that last movie. Besides all of the other things, there's a list of them. Mm-hmm. But like, you had the perfect opportunity to get rid of a character that obviously you didn't know was going to pass away.
Yeah.
But it's like you had an out, and then like. There was no reason at the end. Did she have any significance? Like, but you know, not much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think
Unless there was a plan that she would be a bigger part in 9.
And now it's just not. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'm excited to see what they culminate to. I don't know if you picked up on this, but I'm hearing that the rise of Skywalker might not be pointing to a Rey or to a Kylo, but that the Skywalker line is now going to be what Jedi are called, which I really actually do like. So it's the rise of Skywalker. Skywalkers are considered people who are Jedi.
Gotcha.
So the new word for Jedi is now what Rey will be teaching or whatever, where it's good, it's light and dark. So that Skywalker might eventually become canon as gray.
Okay.
Instead of what was normally called gray, where it's like you find balance in between both, and you go from there. So
I love what you just said. I read something like that online too. I agree completely.
Yeah, I think it's
going to be something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
I'm still disappointed that Rey's not someone of relevance that we know of, unless again like Obi-Wan's kid or whatever. But it still bothers me that it's like that was another person you had an opportunity to do, and then.
All right.
Over-unders?
Yeah, let's do over-unders. So
we don't have to do it for Clone Wars because it's by episode.
Right.
So, Addams Family, 55.
Sure.
Good number. Over or under, Frank?
I'll go. All right, I'll give it hope. I'll give it like a 70.
Okay. Joe?
Over, but maybe about 63% ish.
Nick?
Under 48.
Okay.
Luke?
Over 59.
Okay.
All right, Star Wars.
I was like the one like ripping it apart the most. I gave it the highest score.
And I gave it.
I think you sketched me out a little bit. I kind of,
So next, Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, over, under
75.
75.
Yep.
Give it an 85.
Okay. Joe?
I don't know. I want to say 100. No.
If episode 5 doesn't have an 100, then nothing
right,
will touch it.
Fair enough. I'm going to realistically say 87%.
I'm saying 82.
Okay.
I feel like an 82 is a good score.
Yeah.
Crap. 91.
All right.
We'll see. That's me just shooting in the dark
Lots
here.
of hope, brother.
Look, man, at the end of the day, kill them all off for all I care. Just make it good. I'm not going to lie, I'd be so happy if I just saw all of them die. It's like, who cares? I mean, all the Skywalkers need to die. You need to kill Ben Solo, and then Leia's going to die. I mean, you know she's going to be put to rest to some degree.
Yeah.
There's no other Skywalkers. So as long as you kill the two of them off, then the Skywalker bloodline is dead, which you wanted to do, which is awesome. And then it's like, boom, raise whatever little gremlin children you want to be Jedi. The kid at the end of episode 8 sweeping a broom with his mind that was running a stable 5 minutes ago. I don't need to get in.
Is the bloodline dead though? The Skywalker bloodline technically, did you say Kylo? Because
Yeah,
Leia,
Kylo. Didn't I say Kylo? Yeah, I said
I
kill
didn't even-
Kylo and kill Leia.
Oh, okay.
And then
I'm
there's
sorry.
no one left.
You think Kylo's gonna go that route? You think he's gonna kick the bucket, or you think they're gonna
I hope to
change it?
God. If you don't kill Kylo, it's a pointless. Look, I don't want to get into this. We don't need to do that. As it gets closer, we'll get into them. No, I don't want to.
We'll see what happens
I hate
when
that.
another trailer comes out, and yeah, we'll see.
And I hate the movie more.
I really feel like Kylo Ren's
Moving
gonna
on.
get changed.
All right.
Shut up, Joe.
All right, fine. Next topic.
All right, we are going to get onto our main topic, which is another review, but it's important. Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 1 review.
You should have said it more enthusiastically,
The Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 1 review!
Bang!
All right.
2 fucking years almost.
Yeah, waiting 2 years.
2 years
it
for
finally
shit.
comes out. Nah, it wasn't shit. It was good.
You didn't mean that when you said it was shit, right?
Even though it was like, it was an okay episode, it still had the hype was
Turn it off.
The hype was there the whole time.
Okay, but here's
Yeah,
here's my only thing. I agree. Look, it was an okay episode. It was a good way for us to
It was
all
like a
introduce.
recap, I feel
Yeah, but it was supposed to mirror episode 1 of the series.
Which I liked.
Which I loved. Yeah, I liked that it mirrored it. But no, that was corny. I don't care what you say. I think that Jon Snow had to ride a dragon. We had to see him on a dragon because we know we're going to. But I think it was just corny. They spent all this money. They saved all this money. They didn't show us dire wolves for 3 years. And they did that. And you see Jon Snow riding the thing like it's an animated roller coaster with the CGI in the background.
I thought it was cool.
Look, man, I'm gonna be very. I love it. I still love the episode.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be very critical because, again, like we talked about before the pod, there's 6 episodes left. Now we are at 5.
True.
They were all supposed to. My thought was they were all supposed to be an hour at least. 54 minutes doesn't seem like much, but 6 minutes of film is a lot of film.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. So for me, it's like, okay, well, we saw Euron. Now Euron's gonna go, or Euron with Cersei.
Yeah.
Theon is now gonna get hopefully a honorable death, get someone some points in our fantasy league.
Mm.
We saw Arya back. Now we're seeing all these people. Sansa and Daenerys don't like each other. Great. But it's just, again, I think it's that I have to be very critical to it because we've waited so long. They've invested all this money and all this time in it. And we got an episode that explained a lot, but it didn't make you jump out of your seat. Like, it was great. I think we all can agree that it was like, Game of Thrones is back, baby. But it's like, we're not sitting here and going, dude,
yeah,
oh my God. Like, the best part of it was what? Bran couldn't get up a ramp in Winterfell and he was stuck in the he was stuck in the courtyard the entire time, just staring at people. Like, the best part was Samwell cried because of his dad dying, who was an asshole, by the way.
Ned Umber, that kid that died, that shit was crazy.
It was terrifying because of how loud the scream was.
Yeah.
I had the volume very high when I was watching it at my girlfriend's house, and it was, like, terrifying for that. But, dude, at the end of the day, it was like, I love Beric, so, like, I'm a big Beric fan. I love that group of them. I love the 3 of them together. Shout out Zach Allen. One of my buddies said he was like, I didn't like it because he thought it was corny how they made the line about he's got blue eyes. I thought I liked that. I thought it was cheesy, but it was like, okay, it's funny because they know each other, so they can crack that joke.
Okay.
But, look, again, I just have to be critical to it because I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, well, I got hyped for this. We waited all this time. And then we got an episode, but, like, for me, I want all 6 of these episodes to be Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's asking a lot, but episode 3 and episode 5 or episode 6 are supposed to be the longest fight scenes ever, right?
We wanted every episode to be in episode 9 of each season where the biggest thing happens.
And that's where I'm just a little disappointed.
Yep.
I'm still happy that we got a great episode. We got a lot of content. We got a lot to go off to into the next one. I think the return of Jaime and Daenerys is going to be awesome. Like, the tension between the 2 of them, the Kingslayer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's sick. But again, it's like, oh, we found out that Jon's banging his aunt. But we didn't really go anywhere with it. Oh, Jon and Daenerys flew on dragons to a mystical waterfall that they could stay at forever just to make out for 10 minutes. And they left. Like, again, there's a lot of good stuff. But then I'm just like,
Yeah, it wasn't needed.
Right.
come on. Like, some of it was just like, we get it. Like, Jon looking into Drogon's eyes and being like...
In my opinion, I thought the episode was what it needed to be, but I do agree that at least one big thing should have happened in it. I think that there should have been at least some little confrontation between Jaime and Bran at the end of the episode. And, it, I felt like it should have ended on a bigger... cliffhanger, I guess you could say, but like not a cliffhanger. Like, I don't know.
I think we talked about this prior. I liked that they ended it there. Maybe if anything, I would have liked for them to have him to have taken his hood off and then him turned and then like Bran been like, hello old friend, or like hello there.
Yeah.
That would have been really cool. And then you cut to black. But like again, Bran is like the most hated character, like by who he's just like
Dude,
great. Sick. I don't know if any of you saw this. Did any of you see that the design of the body parts
Yes.
Did you see that looks very close to the Targaryen sigil?
Right.
The dragon Targaryen sigil. It goes in like the same formation.
Okay.
So someone said that to me, and I thought that was a really cool concept. That I don't know if the guy's Targaryen. I don't know if he's trying to kill a Targaryen.
Yeah.
You know, I'll let you guys go because I have a couple theories that I'm gonna read for Zach that he's been just feeding me, and I'm like, interesting. Like I'm just sitting there, like, because I'll just say something, and then I don't even know how he's able to work. I give the kid so much credit because his mind in Thrones is just going a million miles an hour all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I know we talked about it. You were a little disappointed, but you're still happy that it's back.
You know, disappointed's not the right word for that. I mean, I was, you know, I'm so excited it's back. I'm so happy. And this episode was, you know, Frankie, you said it was exactly what it needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't anything crazy happening. You know, my favorite part, Jon Snow rode a dragon. You know, the dragon stared into Jon Snow's eyes awkwardly. It was great. It was great. After he's making out with their mother, like, oh. But
I think Derek, every time Beric lights his sword up, gets me fucking so hyped. I don't care what anyone says. He had one of the best speeches in the show when he said death is the enemy. I think that was one of the greatest speeches in the show. Mm-hmm. I think it is one of the most overlooked, like, one-on-one confrontations with Jon Snow ever. Like, everyone was kind of just like, oh, we're watching them go fight the Night King. Dude, Beric was straight up just telling Jon Snow facts. Like, literally, like, we're all fighting the same enemy. And, like, I thought Jon said it very well. It's crazy to think that everyone is fighting over a chair when Jon's like, dude, I don't care about this. None of you understand that, like, we're going to all get murked and we're going to die. And then, like, yeah, and they don't care. And Jon's like, guys, hello.
Yeah.
But, like, it just kind of sucks to see, like, Jorah Mormont saw the people. Why is Jorah standing behind everything Cersei says? Like, why is Jorah not being like, hey, like, no, like, he's totally right. We're going to get murked by some fat dead walkers. You know, like, all these people that saw these things are, like, not, like, trying to go to bat and be like, we shouldn't do this. And, like, you really thought... Can we all really, for 7 seasons, Cersei has been straight up just lying and just lying to everyone. And now all of a sudden, Cersei's telling the truth. Really?
Right.
Really, guys, come on. In my opinion, I think even for Tyrion to go, oh, my sister wouldn't be lying. She has something to live for now. Because she's a kid? I think that's ridiculous. In my opinion, I think it was just like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, she has the Golden Company now, which is sick. I'm excited for her. But at the end of the day, I'm like, really? You really thought the Lannister army was coming? Guys. And, like, we knew that it wasn't. Mm-hmm. But, like, for us to sit there, for me to sit there, I'm like, I think it's a little bit ridiculous for them to think, like, and, like, if I were them, I would have held guys back until the Lannister army left. I would have been like, we're not leaving until the Lannister army comes. But then, obviously, Winterfell's unprotected, blah, 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 whatever.
I mean, one last thing I really want to say. Like, what really made the episode, for me at least, like, these character-to-character interactions that we haven't gotten in so long.
Very long time.
I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but, like, oh, man.
Tyrion and Sansa.
Gendry and Arya.
Yeah, right. The Hound and Arya? Like, oh, my God.
Yeah, right.
Gendry and Arya on the throne. Lock it up.
That'll be cool.
Together.
Lock it up.
Yeah,
together,
be cool.
Because who is Gendry?
Yeah.
Of course.
Gendry is a Baratheon / Lannister.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Jon Snow and Daenerys, boom, they kick the bucket, and who's going to be left? Gendry to win the throne with their kid who's going to probably survive. Hopefully,
I'm content.
maybe.
I would be content with that.
I don't know, though. That's going to be them having a rush.
Yeah.
If there's a kid. If there's a kid involved, like...
Yeah, like a 3.
That thing's going to just, like, pop out. Like,
go.
yeah, she's not even going to be pregnant. She's just... You know, like... But like, I don't know, man. Look, again, I hate, like, ranting about it. It's just that I thought it was a great episode. I just think I'm getting so excited thinking there's only 5 left and just, like, theorizing, like, Gendry and Arya. Night King's this guy. Who is that? Who's going to come back, you know? Like...
What I really want to know is what Tyrion's keeping secret. Bran knows he's hiding something.
Dude, he's a sketchball.
But he definitely knows something that...
I think he knows that.
Doesn't.
Well, he like the Golden Company.
Right, but
they didn't They didn't know the Golden Company was coming.
I guess they didn't.
They had no clue.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think that's the secret,
Yeah.
but I definitely think that's one of the things.
Okay.
Like, I think it's also sketchy because I originally thought that Tyrion might be back on Cersei's side, but then Bronn was offered to kill him.
Right.
Both of them. Also, I don't know if any of you saw this. All you guys saw the entrance in when they came back to Winterfell, right?
Exactly like the first episode, right?
Yes, but did you notice one character that looked extra sketchy on horseback coming in? One female character that looked extra sketchy. Nope. Missandei. If you watch the scene again, Missandei, Grey Worm, she looked super sketched out and super sketchy, which now I say could be one of two things. One, it could be just her not feeling comfortable in the north, but I don't know, man. I think there's something there. Like, in my opinion, I don't know what it is, but she just looked like because they made it a very distinct, like, point to have her, like, looking around and then, like, the Northerners, like, not trusting her. And they kept making a point that it's, like, Northerners are hard to, like, to get in your trust. You know, so I just was a little sketched out there, but...
Yeah, I mean, it could be something. I just thought it was just because, you know, the North were not very welcoming to them in the beginning. I mean, they didn't even seem very welcoming when Jon came back, because they're mad at him for becoming King of the North and then just leaving, you know? But they don't understand, like, the real threat here.
They will.
So, yeah, they will.
Whatever. At the end of the day, when Winterfell gets sacked, it's all good. They'll understand then, because they'll all be dead, and all be whites. But
True. Very true.
What would you, on a scale of just like a school system, what would you rate the episode? A to F?
I'd give it a B+.
I'd give it a B.
I was thinking the same as Frankie.
B+.
I should give it a B-. You talked so highly about it, and I gave it a better grade than you?
Because you're right. There's only 6 episodes left, and it just wasn't really going anywhere.
Yeah, again, it did a lot.
Yeah,
like, we could now sit here and be like, these people are all linked up back together, and, like, next episode we know that Beric and Thor... no, not Thoros. Thoros is dead. Rest in peace, Thoros. Beric and Tormund and Ed, they're all going to get back before the Night King does.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of weird, though, because last thing they said was that they were in between the Night King and Winterfell. Like, the dead were walking to Winterfell, and they're behind them.
No. I think they said that they stopped at another place right before Winterfell. Right?
Well, I wouldn't doubt it, but what I'm saying is like, they said they're like, are they in between the dead, or is it the dead is in between them?
The dead is in between them.
So then how are the dead gonna not make it back before them?
I don't know. Maybe they're taking like a different path.
Take an alternate route.
Like that.
No tolls. They don't want to pay any tolls.
Yeah.
There's an old guy on a bridge where the White Walkers are coming. He's like, "It's toll."
I'm assuming the Night King and his army are gonna take the King's Road, like, and just travel through.
I don't think they have to take roads. I mean, they're just an army of dead things. They can just go through whatever they like.
I don't think they're in a rush.
I don't think they are either. But like at the end of the day, we're on episode 2. We already know they're almost there. They killed Ned Umber. He's been back at home for 30 seconds.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
He just got back. He's like, Sansa, we need more horses. He's dead.
The horses ain't coming.
Dead. Where are the horses? They make it? Probably not.
Oh, another thing. Why didn't Theon try to convince his sister to go to the north and fight?
That's
going to
be a storyline we're going to see, I think, in all honesty. I think we're going to see that the Iron Islands have some relevance to, like, this.
Maybe that's going to be, like, the safe haven because they can't swim.
Yora's going to save them. Yora's going to save them all.
I low-key...
So?
Theon goes to fight. Yora's going to come in clutch.
I really, weirdly enough, I think that even if they go to the Iron Islands, I think that the Night King is just going to be able to freeze that shit right over.
True.
I said they might all retire there, which I think would be such a cool, like, final fight where they all go to the Iron Islands. They're like, yo, we got this. The Night King just goes... Just turns it all into ice, walks right fucking across. Like, he's not gonna care, man.
What if that's how the show ends? They all make
Yo, I'd be so mad! No!
The Night King's in the distance walking across.
Do not put that energy
3
in the world.
3 undead dragons.
Do not put that energy in the world. Because,
Boom back.
Yo, one's my right tackle, but that's another thing. Dude, I do not even put that energy out in the world because if the show ended like that, I keep revolving around the fact that I think the show is going to end to piss everyone off. I'd be so tight. I would be so mad.
You know, it would be interesting. I'm down for those bad endings.
My God.
White Walkers take over.
Well, I'm happy that we all somewhat enjoyed it. I really do.
Yeah.
Like, again, I think it'll be probably the worst episode of the season.
I agree. I was about to say they definitely need to pick it up the second episode, like big time.
Don't got a lot of
but
well, Jorah's gonna get a sword. Jamie's gonna meet them. There's gonna be
action. I think there needs to be action next episode.
Yeah. I feel like the second episode might be a little slow, like the first.
I really wanted the Mountain to murk Euron. I thought the Mountain was gonna just slay Euron Greyjoy right there when he led Cersei by, but that's not.
He's too important to her right now.
Blah blah blah. Okay. Well.
All right. So, does anyone else have any final thoughts on the first episode?
Just can't wait till the second episode.
Yeah. Right.
Can't wait till episode 3. I don't even care about the middle ones.
Right. The third one is gonna be crazy.
I
can't wait for the next episode, but I could wait for the next episode because I don't want it to end. I don't want Game of Thrones to end.
They just go by so
Imagine they did it every 2 weeks. That would be so painful, but like it would be great. It would be smart for them because they could drag that shit out.
True. I mean, they dragged it out for making
2
us wait that long.
years. Thanks for that, HBO.
Yeah. All right, so I think that'll do it for our episode 1 review. Our second topic, it's going to be pretty fun. We did a football draft 2 episodes ago with the Game of Thrones characters.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're going to do a baseball draft with superheroes from DC, Marvel, Watchmen. We weren't really sure if Watchmen is part of DC, but they had some sort of crossover together, so we could say it's in the DC universe. So we're going to switch on over to another section of the studio here, and we'll get to it. All right.
Wait, rock, paper, scissors, shoot? Let's just do that.
Yes.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Excuse me. Rock, paper, scissors says shoot.
We determined
we agreed on it.
Okay, you guys get first pick.
Okay, so I'll get.
Oh, so you're gonna take our marker and
I'm
on board?
All right.
Okay. So for our first pick, we're gonna go with our pitcher, and we're gonna put Flash.
Oh,
right there.
You can put it if you want. You can put his number here. I was doing it so the board doesn't get gross.
True that.
So you can leave the whole diamond blank, but you'll know where they're playing. Hi, wonderful.
If you want to pull the trigger, Luke, I trust you for it.
Next to pitcher, put number 44 for me, please.
Which is
Doctor Strange.
Bang, the controller. He can
control every pitch.
Imagine a curveball.
So he's gonna be able to just strike every one of you guys out. But that's besides the fact. And I'm going to cross him off my board.
Okay.
Doctor Strange, thank you for your service.
So,
what number was your guy? Flash?
Flash is, I don't know. What was it?
Chorman.
I was thinking Flash first overall. See, that was my pick, though. I wanted him.
Yeah, but you're not thinking, guys.
I wanted him
The Flash is 43, so next to your picture, you can write 43.
43.
Okay.
All right.
For center field, we are going with Mr. Fantastic because he could be reinforcements on both sides, right and left, and just stretch out to catch the ball.
It's a good pick.
Excuse me, is Elastigirl on this list?
No.
She can be, but I don't want to waste a pick on Elastigirl.
What number was?
Yes, you do. Bang, bang, bang.
What number was Mr. Fantastic?
Mr. Fantastic's 8.
Okay.
Mr. Fantastic is number 8.
I know.
All right, can we not talk about this on the pod, please? Jeff, can you please come and speak to me on what you would like to pick as the next person?
Well,
He picked.
Dude, I'm thinking realistically, I'm thinking Bang.
At what? All right, fine. Do this. Center field. We are going to pick number 4, Superman. That's catcher, Joe. Center field is right under right field. Right. Yep. Pointing to right. No. Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice.
And that
okay.
basically looks like the same letter.
It looks like
I don't know how you possibly did that.
That's cool.
Nope, doesn't look cool.
Did you fire him?
Number 4, he's been fired, so it is. How do you write a 4?
Yeah, that was the weirdest.
Can you write the 4 down again? Just write it again. Just erase it and write it. No, I just want to see. Oh, my 4 is awful, probably, but I just want to.
Bang.
Line. You do it backwards.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Who does that? All right, erase the other 4.
You should see how I tie my shoes, man.
They're tied and he unties them when he puts them on, and then he ties them back.
Oh, God.
All right.
We are going to choose
Can I
our
see this?
third baseman,
Okay.
which is going to be Captain America.
Where even is that
We
guy?
need that strong arm to throw the ball across the field to first base for that first out.
Captain America's not on this list.
Well,
Oddly enough.
No, he's got to be, obviously.
We're
We'll make
putting
him.
him at third.
Just make him 51. Make him
CP 51. PC Principal.
Hey there.
Wow, I did CP. Captain America, right?
Luke, I mean...
Why'd I do
however
a
you wanna
P?
fill it.
Why'd I put?
Because
I was just thinking about South Park, and I just wanted to put.
No, I want to do this.
CP. Yeah.
Yes, right here.
Okay.
Duh.
Right field, number 22, Spider-Man.
Okay.
Oh, you should see how I make my twos, right?
God.
Wow, Captain America's not on the list. That's crazy.
Yeah. What?
All right. For our shortstop, we have Wonder Woman.
Okay. Wonder Woman is number 7.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I have shortstop right next to her name as well, so good for you guys.
Good pick.
Shortstop.
Wonder Woman, the girl.
Okay.
Number 36, shortstop, Daredevil. He's blind, but he's got reflexes like a bat. We need him there for all those balls that are hitting the gap.
All right. Damn, you took our
Next.
catcher. Our catcher was going to be Doctor Strange.
Oh, that's a wild move to have him there.
So right field, you have one in mind for catcher.
Left field. You don't like him.
I thought you had. I thought something popped in your head.
Well, realistically,
Or him in left field? Which one do you like better?
Which version?
Well, it's here.
Where's that
This
list?
guy and this guy. Which one do you like better?
Probably,
Him?
probably, yeah. Probably,
Okay, so then we'll do that next.
Our right field is going to be Blue Beetle because he could fly and intercept home runs. So I'll just put BB for Blue Beetle.
All right, we're gonna go with Nightwing as our left fielder.
42. Okay. For left field, we're going to close the outfield. We have Wasp, which is number 50 something. Okay, 50. For the same reasons, could fly and intercept
No.
home runs.
No.
Second.
You're crazy.
What do you mean?
Dude, you're crazy if you're picking what's her name over. Who are you looking right now? Who are you looking at? Are you...
Why would you pick this person to put in the outfield?
Damn it! Come on, think, yo.
Not tech. Okay, pick him. Wait, he's not even in the outfield. He's second. Put him at second base.
Who?
Number 49, Ant-Man at second base.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's a little bit of a reckless move.
He can grow. He's got huge. Bang.
Bang.
You know?
Yeah, but you don't need height in the outfield. You need speed. But that's besides the fact. Or even in the infield.
For our catcher, I think we're going to go with Hulk.
Hulk?
Yeah.
That's a good pick. I was going to pick him there, but...
Okay.
Hulk, does he have a number on there? I think that also.
He low-key does. But
46?
No, that's She-Hulk. No, the Hulk is 46, you're right.
Okay. So Hulk will be our catcher
No,
because
let's do
no
this.
bad pitches are going to go
Catcher.
by him.
Nah,
He's
gonna
pretty big.
get-
Fair enough.
And he
fair
has the
enough.
strong arm to throw the ball to any
Understandable.
runners wanting to get a steal.
Powers are allowed, so that
Yeah.
would be very good.
Power hitter and a catcher, we're going to have Aquaman, the defender of the sea.
okay.
He's going to be able to defend every pass ball.
I'm sorry.
defends the
where am I
sea.
putting him? And he's 24.
Catcher, he's going to be number 24, so catcher.
So can you
Too bad he's not
So we
in
need
this.
third base, we need third base and first base, and you guys just need first and second, right?
Which one? You want to pick one? I'm not too sure.
Second base, Iron Man.
Okay.
Oh, good pick. You can't believe you lasted this long.
Yeah, I don't know how he's.
I'm thinking
that.
thinking reflexes for like. I mean, it realistically.
Third base.
Okay.
Yep.
Reflex wise.
Wolverine at third base, 27.
Okay. First base. I'll let you choose.
First base. Let's see.
I know who I want, but let's see who you want. I don't agree.
Why?
I want Batman.
Who do you want?
For first?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to have Batman for first base.
I literally just said that.
I know, right.
Good for you, Choyman.
Realistically?
Joe said he doesn't agree with me.
I
when
didn't
said
hear
that.
Realistically,
I need Batman.
we need someone.
Why are you so why are you picking all the oddballs? Like
'Cause
all
he's the
these people
Jew,
that could be so good, you're like, I want She-Hulk.
No, I wanted.
Shazam!
I was thinking either Bang.
Well, they can't
Bang.
go again, so we can pick whoever we would like. We could say whoever we would like out loud, minus our coach.
Realistically,
We're going back to back because you guys got first pick. We're picking our coach first.
That's fine. We need to choose a new coach.
So on a
then,
side
'cause we want
note,
Batman to be our coach.
on a side note, our coach is going to be Professor X.
Yeah.
That's
I'm just
a
gonna
good
put a
one.
big
Yep.
X.
X, baby.
Right.
X,
there.
X, X,
Nice.
X, Tacion, Excision.
Realistically,
X everything,
I was
baby.
thinking of someone that can control the ball at first base. Somebody that can maybe stop the ball. That's why I was thinking someone like Raven could maybe bang.
Okay.
Stop the ball. Who's Raven's father again? Can we get
I
a?
forgot the name, but
Dude,
it's like
the fucking
the
one of the
devil guy.
guys. I'm sorry for my language. It's one of the guys in the DC
Yeah.
universe, one of the actual guys. I could, she's gotta be crazy.
Isn't Dr. Manhattan control a lot of shit?
Yeah,
too,
Dr.
though?
Manhattan's crazy too. That's what I was saying.
Alright, so let's take Dr. Manhattan. I like him better at
that's a
first
good
base.
choice. That's a good one.
Dr. Manhattan. So here, I'm going to write out all of ours.
You gotta think I really was thinking more dude, the ball would not even be in the air if you had a couple of these guys in the outfield. You know what I'm saying?
So is that
bang, 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 bang.
does that complete your?
That
then?
completes
Well,
ours.
you do need your captain.
Our coach, our captain. Trying to think of
Should
a.
have been Batman. Should have put a nice Batman symbol right there, but you already.
I got a marker. I'm trying to
Hey,
think.
why are you handing him a marker?
2 markers.
I'm trying to think.
What? We're already
man.
done. I'm just writing everyone out.
You forgot about Bang.
Yeah. All right. Our team
Realistically,
captain
and
is going to be Black Widow.
She'll whip them into shape.
She'll whip them into shape. So I'll just put a black spider there. This is not Spider-Man. It is Black Widow.
We need some red.
Yeah, but it's okay. There you go. Yeah.
Left field is Nightwing.
Alright, so we'll just go off our lineup right now. For catcher, we got Hulk. For first base, we got Batman. For pitcher, we have The Flash. For second base, we have Iron Man. For shortstop, we have Wonder Woman. For third base, we have Captain America. Left field, who do we choose for left field? Who's number 50? Yeah. Who's number 50 on that list?
Wasp.
Oh, Wasp, okay. Right field, no, center field was Mr. Fantastic, and right field was Blue Beetle and Black Widow as
Great.
our coach.
So we'll read our list, and then I was thinking what we can do is we'll pick 3 bench players each. So
Okay.
we'll have guys or girls as subs that we can put in if need be.
Right.
Pitcher, Doctor Strange. First base, Dr. Manhattan. Second base, Ant-Man. Third is Wolverine. Shortstop is Daredevil. Left field, Nightwing. Right field, catcher, Superman.
He said,
That's
Aquaman.
Was center fielder was maybe Superman. Maybe.
Yeah, Superman is center field. Catcher is Aquaman.
Right.
Thank you.
That's how we did that. Right.
I was confused for a second as well. Aquaman.
Oh yeah,
Great.
literally right there.
And
So you could start off with the bench players.
so our first bench player is going to be Ben 10.
Okay.
Can be a very, very, very key piece. You don't have to write it on there. We'll just put it on this list and Frank can have it. You guys can go now. I think we should just take
Okay, I have a good one.
1
Alright,
and
alright.
2, just for fun.
I was thinking 1.
You guys ready for this one?
And
Yeah.
A
So
flyer.
a bench player, and it would be the backup pitcher, would be Invisible Woman, because I'm pretty sure she could make objects invisible as well. So
Doctor Strange can control it. He can sit on the bench and do whatever he wants.
Daredevil?
Yeah, and he can see the nothing.
Bang. Can he? Wait, can he not? He can't.
You think Daredevil's blind so he can see things that are invisible?
But he sees something. He sees red. Kind of like when I see red.
But if it's
I get really angry.
But if he sees red, she put something invisible.
But
does that math make
any sense? Like the ball, like he has like the ultimate.
This is a lot for me, guys.
I mean, if anything, Daredevil would be one of the only ones to hit it because it's still there. It's not like it disappeared. It's just invisible. Like he'll still be able to.
He can probably hear it coming.
Yeah, right.
Realistically, whoever can slow down time at all could probably hit it if they can just like figure out the trajectory when she throws the ball. Like maybe Doctor Strange would probably.
But then again, she could turn invisible herself, so you really won't know.
Well, of course.
Guess what? We have another invisible person on our team, Danny Phantom, as our next bench player.
Okay, all right, I like it.
Yeah. It's electric.
Okay.
You okay with this as our last guy? You said you wanted.
Do you have another one in mind for a bench player?
Okay, fair enough.
Or I mean, I'd pick him, but he's gone, right?
Like just putting it on the spot.
What number? Dude, I don't think he is.
Oh, we're out.
He's not.
We're good.
I think another bench player that we're gonna add is Thor.
I knew it. I had a feeling.
I hate you!
We're gonna put Thor in the outfield somewhere.
I'm still thinking back. This bitch is basically.
Alright, fine. I'll give you the one pick. Yes, you can pick it.
38.
Nope. No, I'm kidding. This.
We picked Raven.
Okay.
Very climactic.
Good job, G.
Super excited.
Raven is mad OP. I don't know why Luke has been hating on my idea of this.
Your fantasy girlfriend?
Long. She's not my fantasy girlfriend at all. I didn't even really like Teen Titans that much. Like, I'm sorry, Frank. I know you really liked it, but like, I know she's OP.
Frank's crying.
I know she's OP.
We have one last person, right?
We have one last bench player.
Choose someone that you think could either be fast or I don't know.
Robin might still be on the board.
Robin.
Don't choose Robin.
No, I'm not choosing Robin.
What about Spider-Girl?
No.
Batgirl?
No.
Oh,
I want to choose...
Night Owl Girl. What about Hawkeye lady? Or Deadpool lady? Man.
I want Deadpool.
Okay.
Fuck it.
That's a good choice.
Deadpool.
Yeah. Deadpool could teleport also.
Yeah. And Deadpool... What?
Yeah. He could teleport.
Right?
Yeah, he could.
Mm-hmm.
Word. Deadpool's also a great guy to have. Great team player.
Yeah, dude, he breaks like the tension too.
So our three bench players are Ben 10, Danny Phantom, and Raven, and yours are Thor, Wonder Woman, and
no, Thor, Invisible Woman, and Deadpool.
Deadpool. Great.
All right. Nice. We're going to end it on that note. We'll see you for the next episode. Audio will no longer be on SoundCloud because I ran out of minutes and I'm not paying for a subscription. And if you like this episode, like, share, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter @PodcastWithFrank. And
Hi, I'm Paul.